Hey guys, so as you can see from the title of the video, it is that time of year. Okay, so of course you've already seen two outfits of mine for the convention, but those are not my convention. Those are just two of the other convention programs that are being held weeks before mine. This is my actual convention weekend, and I am so excited. I mean, it's not the convention week right now. Like, we're still in May as I'm recording this video. It is still May 2018. I have not begun on any of my convention outfits as of yet. But by the time you see this video, you will have at least already seen two convention outfits. So I am so excited about this. I've had a couple people asking me what I was going to do for the convention this year for my actual assigned convention. And I have wanted to do this for at least 2 years. But I was unable to find the prints that I really wanted. So now that I have got them all together in the lengths that I need them to be in, and I've got all of the patterns, I am going Hawaiian this year. Now, I do just want to say this up front, okay? Because I think some of my viewers get a little confused as to what's going on. The convention season is special to me because it is like a month-long vacation for me. This is when I get to be with my brothers and sisters from like the tri-state area for a weekend, and I'm just so at peace. And I have chill about me, which I have zero of. The conventions are not about clothing. It is not about clothing, okay? There are some people who cannot afford really nice clothing. They just wear what they have. We have visitors who come as they are. But for me, the convention season is very special. As a child growing up, always got new outfits for the convention, and I was not a name brand child. I am still not a name brand adult. That's just how it is. And who needs labels when you make your own clothes? Oh wait, okay, no, we're not gonna do that this video. This is about good things, okay? So we're going Hawaiian this year to the convention for the 3 days. The first two fabrics and patterns that I'm going to show you, I am not certain whether or not which is going to be my Friday and which is going to be my Saturday. I know for sure which one is going to be my Sunday. So once I make them, then I will know what is my Friday, what is my Saturday. Because I actually like all of these patterns equally. Well, no, the Sunday pattern is a little bit better than one of the patterns here, which I wouldn't wear it on Sunday. It's a little bit more plain. Of course, you know I'm going to jazz it up. You know I'm going to do that. But the prints and the patterns I'm absolutely in love with. One of the prints I have had for many years. The others I got very recently, and the patterns I've been trying to chase down for a really long time. So without further ado, let's get started. The very first pattern that I'm going to show you is a vintage pattern by Simplicity. It is the 7088 pattern. This was printed in 1967. And it is this awesome V neckline muumuu. It's a muumuu. Muumuus can be cute. So what is special about this muumuu is it actually has a double function to it. So there's two views, which is like the actual real muumuu. That's just a very, very loose fitting dress. However, these two views here, y'all don't look at my fingernails. They need to be done bad, okay? When they get long like this, I don't like doing them. I'd rather just cut them off. But I need them to be cute for the convention. Anyway, these two views here, the only difference is one is long, one is short. But actually the front of the dress is fitted around the waist. And then the back is a cape. I've been wanting to make a cape dress so long. So long. I have a couple patterns that do have capes on them. I just haven't really ran into the perfect fabric for it yet. But I've had this pattern for a couple of years. Unfortunately, this pattern I bought in the wrong size. It is a size 10 for a bust 31. Y'all know what that means. Resizing time. So this is what the pattern looks like. Again, it is fitted in the front, which is the view that I'm going to be doing, which is fitted in the front, and then drapey, capey in the back. I'm going to be doing the long length. All of my dresses will be long this year. It's cold in the venue. Excuse me, y'all. It's cold in the venue. So long dresses work for me. The fabric that I've chosen to do this Simplicity 7088 pattern in is a beautiful hot pink and turquoise hibiscus fabric. This came from Joann's many years ago. Your girl bought a ridiculous amount, which is like 1.5 yards. Y'all know how I do. But it's got these beautiful hot pink and turquoise hibiscus flowers on it with some white flowers as well on a 7 pink background. I am excited about this because the cape is going to be done in a different fabric, which you will see when I wear the dress. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one because I've been wanting to do this pattern for a really long time and just haven't found the perfect fabric. But this is a Hawaiian style. When I search for Hawaiian sewing patterns and Pacific Island clothing styles, this is one that came up quite frequently. So, yeah. The sleeveless and collarless muumuu with a V-shaped yoke has a fitted front with princess lines and a full gathered back. Ankle length and regular length. I'm excited. Okay, moving on to outfit number 2. This is by a company that no longer makes patterns, and it is difficult to find this pattern in a size that fits today's fuller, rounded woman, okay? I envy anybody who has a waist that is in the 20-inch range because your girl is at 31 right now. Anyway, let's get back on track. Y'all know I get off track. Okay, the second pattern is by Polynesian Pattern. It is pattern number 188. There's no year printed on this one, but I'm gonna still assume that it was the 60s. But this is by Polynesian Patterns, pattern number 188. This very cute long dress. There's no reed on the back of here whatsoever. It's just your yardage and your suggested fabrics. This is called the Kahiko. So we've got a mock neck situation going on here with an angled sleeve, and it says longer length and shorter length, but it only shows one length. So of course I'm gonna be doing it in a long length anyway, but it's super simple. It's only got 6 pieces. Most of them are going to be cut on the fold. This one I could probably do in a couple hours because it literally is only one side to the instructions on how to do this. But I've been wanting this pattern for a long time, and I finally was able to get it in my size, which is a size 16, bust 36, waist 29, hip 40. No, lies. Size 14 is a bust 36, waist 27, hip 38. So some of that's gonna fit, some of it ain't. But what I'm looking at this dress is it's not fitted. It's semi-fitted, which that's probably gonna work for me. I'll figure it out. It's not such a big deal. This is the pattern, and the fabric that I've chosen to go with this one is yet another hibiscus fabric. This again was from Joann Fabrics. So we've got hot pink, turquoise, hibiscus flowers on there. I'm gonna assume this is a lily, but I don't know nothing about flowers. I only recently got into floral prints, you guys, and that's just because I like making dresses. If it was separates, I wouldn't be interested. But this black background makes the colors just really pop out. They're not necessarily neon, but they're very close to coming out neon. My lighting just is not doing this fabric any justice whatsoever, but I am excited about this. You will see the lining definitely coming out of the sleeve area, because you guys know I line everything. So that is exciting. So I haven't decided yet. Is it gonna be my Friday outfit? It's gonna be my Saturday outfit. It's gonna be my Friday outfit or my Saturday outfit. I'm thinking this is gonna be my Friday outfit, and this is gonna be my Saturday outfit. All right, and finally, I'm going to be doing the Vogue Vintage from 1948 Original Design, $24.94. This pattern has eluded me for so many years. But one thing I definitely will say is, when this originally came out, well, when it was reprinted, in 2000, okay, this is a 2000 reprint, so I wasn't even sewing yet. I hadn't even graduated high school yet. Let's see, I would have been 13 when this pattern came out. That's strange. But anyway, this pattern was reprinted in 2000, so that means it is 52 years old when it was reprinted. It's now 2008, so this pattern is 70 years old. That's pretty awesome, because this dress is the bomb diggity. The Vogue Vintage 1948 Original Design, $24.94, is this beautiful evening length close fitting dress. It's not necessarily a Hawaiian style fashion. However, when I look at this, I think of Hollywood glam, retro, Katharine Hepburn, and I can't think of any other names. Any other time I can think of everybody's name who I'm thinking of, who made movies in this era, who wore stuff like this, and the movie was based in Hawaii. When I used to look at this at first, I used to think it was a sari style dress more. But this just reminds me of old Hollywood glam in Hawaii with a big musical dance number and a woman just looking super beautiful with her red lipstick on, with her little mole drawn on her face, and soft focus lighting as she's sitting up and just, you know, cheek to cheek singing. I have wanted to do this pattern for a long time. The reason why I have not done it is because this is a straight dress, and you guys know that I have a thing about straight dresses, but I'm gonna make this one work. I'm going to make this one work because this dress is the business. Look at that. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. And I just love that drapey scarf. You guys don't understand. The fabric that I've chosen to do this pattern in is another hibiscus print fabric from Joann's. This one got palm trees on it, y'all. And the volcanic mountain that you haven't yet spewed. So this is the fabric for that dress. I am excited. Ooh. The shoes for this dress should be delivered to my door here in just a few minutes. I ordered them from Forever 21 sometime over a week ago. Forever 21 has the worst shipping ever. I don't care if it is free. If I needed something in a hurry or in a month, who knows if you get it. So slow. I'm excited. So there will be lots of detail and contrasting lining action happening. These are all cotton fabrics, but they are not quilting cotton fabrics so that they will drape better. They are from the shirting department at Joann Fabrics. So that's like where you find all the like ethnic print stuff. That's where they're from. Side note, just in case you're wondering, what is this wig? This is the Lena Sleek in the color number 4. I have this wig in 4 colors because I love it so much. It's great for the summertime. It's not making me sweat. It does blow around a lot while the window is open, so that does not help. But I have it in 1, I have it in 4, I have it in a blonde with dark roots, and I have it in a dark blue with dark roots. It's very popular on the YouTube here. And finally the price on her is coming down slowly but surely. Last I looked, she was retailing at about $30. At first I could only find her about $40. So now the price is coming down, thank goodness. Not that I'm going to buy any more because I've got 4 of them. And I usually never buy more than 1 of a wig. But I really like this wig, you guys. It has a very natural texture to it. I'm not going to do a review on it because there's plenty of people on YouTube who have done a review on it. Yeah, I don't do all that baby hair mess. I ain't got time for that. I'm late everywhere. I think we know this, okay? We know where I'm late all the time. And it's not an excuse. I'm just saying I'm late all the time. But anyway, now that I have talked to you for almost 19 minutes about my outfits for my assigned convention, now you get to see my finished outfits. I hope you enjoy. And you guys have waited long enough. It's been a year, so. All right, well, the next portion of this video is the actual outfits. I will see you guys later. All right, so this ended up being Friday's outfit. I actually pretty much kind of knew from the beginning of the video that this was going to be the Friday outfit. One thing I will say though, in the beginning of this video that I recorded 2 months ago, I said that I was excited about having a dress with a cape on it. Well, obviously I have forgotten that I said that because once I actually got to the convention, and I was wearing it at lunchtime, there were a couple people who was like, "Ooh, I like your cape." And I kept saying, "It's not a cape, it's a muumuu." So apparently I had forgot that I said that. Because I was telling people this is not a cape, this is a muumuu, and that is not what I'm trying to do here. Somebody called me Wonder Woman, another person called me a superhero, another person called me Lady Liberty. So I don't know exactly what happened to the translation of this dress, but it has a cape on it, even though I kept telling everybody it's not a cape. And I did say before I made it that it was going to have a cape on it. I don't know. I'm strange like that. So I absolutely love wearing this dress. I know that I said that I was doing all my dresses long this year, and I totally intended on doing this one long as well, but I think you guys heard me say that I only had 1.5 yards of this fabric, and because I had to resize the pattern, it ate up that whole 1.5 yards. So that is as long as I could make the dress, because there was literally no fabric left once I resized it to be able to actually fit me. So I was actually really disappointed in that, because I wanted it longer. I wanted the cape to go all the way down to the floor, because I really wanted the gradient effect to look really elegant. So I was kind of disappointed in that this one was not long. Actually, initially I thought that I was going to make it a high-low dress, but trying to figure out how to transition from that gradient chiffon into a higher hem front line with this cotton, I really didn't have the time, because you guys know I'm a procrastinator. So I could not figure out how to do it. Didn't want to figure out how to do it, so that's why I ended up with the knee-length dress. I really like the silhouette of this dress, that in the front it looks like a very fitted dress throughout the waist, but then when you turn around, it's kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I knew that that's what it was going to do from the pattern, but I think because of the fabrics that I chose to do this in, it was a lot more surprising than I initially anticipated. The one thing that I definitely don't like about the dress, though, is the yoke here over the shoulder cap is pointed, and that definitely helped with the superhero look. So I didn't care for that, and I could have made it rounder or less prominent, but procrastination. So there was a bit of handwork involved in facing this yoke here, but it was nothing too serious. This dress was not really difficult to put together, and it wasn't really difficult to resize. I basically just added inches here in the center, and I added inches here on the sides. What I really would have liked is if the dress had completely met in the back, but that's not how it is, because it is a muumuu. So if I actually unhook the bra kit that's holding it together in the back to give it that tailored look in the waist, then it would just drape like a regular muumuu. So in order to use this chiffon, because it is very see-through, it's a very sheer material, I ended up having to underline it with material that's my skin tone. You guys have seen this lining quite a bit, and you will see it quite a bit more, because I ended up buying this giant roll of lining from a fabric store that was going out of business in Cincinnati, and it is yards and yards and yards and yards upon yards of material on this roll that I have, which means that I really never have to go buy a lining again until I run out of it, and I've been using this lining for years. But what I like most about it is in my skin tone. So no matter what I put on top of it, it doesn't look like there's a line underneath of it, because it's my skin tone. So it does kind of give it a little bit of a sheen, because it is a shiny lining. But I had to line it, otherwise you would have saw my underwear, my backside. And that ain't how we roll on this channel. The front of the dress is also fully lined as well. It's lined with the same material as the yoke, because it just makes the dress drape better, and I don't have to wear a slip underneath of it. You guys know that already. That's how I do. It's very rare when I don't fully line a dress. especially a dress that's not stretchy or stretch knit type. But I absolutely love this pattern. I'm glad that I did not decide to repurchase it. I'm glad that I decided to take the time and to resize it. And I think I did a pretty good job. The only thing that I couldn't figure out was this funky little area right at the V-neck. It kind of puckers out. But once I wear it and stuff, I don't care. I do believe that my jewelry was very simple. The shell necklace that I wore was from my aunt when she wore it in Hawaii back in the 70s. And I did go purchase fresh flowers from the local florist that was out near where the Nutter Center is, because I wanted fresh flowers every day. Now, would it be more simple to just go to Hobby Lobby and buy fake flowers? Yes, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to be authentic and I wanted them to be fresh. So I actually have some of them drying upside down so that I can keep them forever. But this is the Friday outfit. I'm very pleased in how it ended up. And I got to meet a little cake that surprised a lot of people, including myself. So I hope you enjoyed that. And here is now my Saturday outfit. Okay, so you guys, it is so hard to determine between this one and the next outfit that you see, which is my Sunday, which is my favorite. The one thing I can tell you is that I was extremely excited to work with this particular fabric because I've had it for a very, very long time. And while I was waiting to get possession of the patterns that I was going to use for this year's theme, I was insanely excited about this fabric. And I don't wear a whole lot of black, but I don't really consider this to be a black dress because of how colorful the print is and how vibrant the print is. You guys know that these colors are up my alley. I love neons, I love bright, I love bold. So I know that when you guys initially looked at the pattern that I showed you for this, which is the Polynesian Pattern 188, you probably were thinking, that is so plain. Well, yes, that pattern is plain. But when you have experience with sewing, there is so much that you can do with a plain pattern to just play it up. So as you guys can see, there are quite a bit of different things that I did to this pattern to make it my own. And things that I had never actually done before to address, and there were lots of mistakes made, but now I know better. So the first thing that I wanted to do, because I knew it was going to be in the summertime, and I knew that I wanted to keep the sleeves long, is I needed some skin showing somewhere to give me some ventilation. Ventilation is so important when you're going to be wearing a long sleeve, long dress in 90-degree plus weather. So I opened up the chest area with this triangle. Now typically, I do not like peeps of skin showing. I think that for the most part, it's done tacky, and when people wear garments that have little peeps of your skin showing, it just looks trashy. I'm sorry if you like that trend, if you like that style. I am not a big fan of it. But because I felt like this dress was so long and that it was so much fabric, especially for the summertime, I felt like it was appropriate to give me a little bit of skin showing in the upper area. I thought that I had measured this triangle in a small area. I only wanted this much of my skin showing right here. Apparently though, when I cut the triangle in the actual pattern piece, I cut it too low. So I had to add this little lime green area right here. This was not intentional whatsoever. And as you can see from the lining down there, it's the same fabric. So it's actually a gradient green satin fabric from Joann's, and I think that I bought back when I lived in Nashville, because I have no recollection of why I bought it or when I bought it. So it had to have been Nashville way back in the day. And I just so happened to have enough so that I was able to fully line the inside of the dress, which is great because again this year I am trying to de-stash as much as possible. So this was an accident, but I did line the dress fully. And as you can see down here, we've got the lining showing so that when I walk, you can see it. The biggest mistake that I made in making this dress was the dress is completely finished. The hem is attached to the dress from the inside. I wish that I had actually made the hem of the dress to a point in the back instead of 2 points on the side. I wish that I had made it high here in the middle and then went low and then to a point in the back. The problem was that I made the lining shorter than the dress, thinking that once I sewed them together you'd be able to see the lining more. That was the wrong thing to do. This dress actually should be longer than this because I had to go in and cut the fabric, the hibiscus fabric, up to the lining because the lining was too short. So that's how it ended up with the dress being shorter in the front than I wanted, as well as the square hem in the back. Because the square hem in the back is not what I wanted. It really should be like an oval shape in the back. I thought to myself that maybe in the future I would go in and fix this, but because the dress is fully finished, there are no raw edges, I would have to undo the slip stitching to the zipper in order to get down there and then recut it, and I just don't want to do it. That's the end of it. I just don't want to do it. So the other thing that I did to the dress, because there was so much fabric, is I cut out this circle in the back. The circle was not difficult to work in because I did cut this in the pattern piece and the lining is fully attached to it. The only problem that I had was with the zipper. I needed this, once I put the zipper on, attached up here and down here, it actually was gaping like this, so I had to go in and fix the zipper. I had to rip the zipper out because it's actually sewn into the collar. So I had to go and rip the zipper out of here and reapply it so that it was really, really tight. I added this neon green ribbon to close the collar because originally this would have been just a zipper opening, which would have stopped at the collar, and then I would have used the hook and eye to close it. And you guys know I hate hook and eyes, so this ribbon keeps the collar closed. And I thought it was a cute little detail to put here next to the ribbon. So yeah, this was really, really one of my favorite things about this dress, and the fantastic mistake that I made with needing to add this green here, because it just incorporated more of the lining into the dress, so that when you saw one, you could see the other, you could notice the other. And I really, really love standing collars. Standing collars are my favorite collars of all time. I think that Mandarin and these mock neck collars are just so elegant. Like, I don't have to worry about wearing necklaces. Like, I can just jazz it up with my hair or my makeup if I want to. It's not necessary to wear a necklace. And the last thing that I altered on here was the sleeve actually has a hot pink lining on it. And I did go in and angle the sleeve more, so it was more pointed in the back and pointed as well up here. I think I shortened it about that much. So there was not supposed to be that much of the lining that you could see, but I wanted it to be a very, very angled geometric dress because it was so much fabric. What's so funny about this particular dress is nobody thought that the other one was Hawaiian. When I wore this one, everybody thought that I was Japanese. So I had people asking me, oh, are you from the Japanese congregation, or are you from one of the Asian congregations? And I'm like, no, this is Hawaiian, man. This is a Hawaiian pattern and it's Hawaiian print. But I know that the Hawaiian and Japanese are semi-related, and it does look like a Japanese dress with the sleeves and the way that I actually wore my hair up in the high bun with the fresh flowers coming off of it. So yeah, it did look Japanese, but that's not really what I intended. And also I wore a black rope belt with this. The rope belt I got from Agachi. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that name. It could be Agassi or it could be Agachi. It's A''G-A-C-I. They sell clothes like Forever 21 or Lulu's. And they just have really, really interesting and unique accessories. And it's so funny because I accidentally shipped it over to my mom's house. If I had shipped it to my house, I would have had the rope belt at my house. But I had to go past my mom's house that morning and get the rope belt because she had received the shipment. And I was wondering, like, I wonder where my package is because they usually ship pretty fast. It was over at her house. So on the way to the Nutter Center, I just went and picked up the rope belt and put it on. And it was perfect for this outfit. I absolutely love that rope belt. But this dress right here, I love this dress. It was so much fun to wear. I loved it. I just wish my knees hadn't been showing because it kind of took away a little bit of the elegance. And I wish that the corners weren't square. But I absolutely love this dress. And I had quite a few people stop me and say they liked it too. So, yeah. This was my Saturday outfit. Now, without further ado, here is my Sunday outfit. Alright, you guys, this is the final dress for the Hawaiian vintage theme. I love this dress so much. I could love it a little bit more though, but I made a few mistakes, a few rookie mistakes. Let's just start with, it was a little difficult to construct because of the way that I chose to alter it. I wanted it fully lined. It was difficult trying to fully line it because this area right here was supposed to have a small facing on it. So I had to change the facing into a lining, which I don't know why they wouldn't have just made this a fully lined dress, being that it is a more formal type of dress, but maybe that's not the way that they did things back in the 20s. I don't know. I just felt like it needed to be fully lined because it's such a nice dress. But yeah, this area right here, it was a little tricky to figure out. So I kind of was stalled for 3 hours because I didn't want to like make mistakes on there and then have to go out and rip everything. And I'm not really big on basting. I really dislike basting stuff. I don't think you guys understand how much. Like, not as bad as hook and eyes. I really hate hook and eyes. Basting is number 2. I hate basting. So trying to figure out how to put a full lining in there when this dress is actually cut down the middle. This is not one piece cut on the fold here. It was a little tricky. But your girl got it done, okay? Remember last year when I made the cactus dress back in October, and it was only supposed to be faced, it wasn't supposed to be lined, and I was complaining about, I actually wore that dress 3 days before this one to go do some work at the convention site, and it would have been the first time that I wore it, or the second time that I had worn it since the first time that I wore it, and I really liked that dress. Like, obviously my feelings about it had changed, but it's always worth it to just go ahead and figure it out, even if the instructions don't show you how to do it or give you the options to do it. If you really want your garments to last a long time, if you want them to fall correctly on your body, I always suggest lining them. Yes, it is going to make them a little bit more hot in temperature for you, but again, you don't have to wear a slip underneath of it. Your foundation is always a good thing to wear, whether your outfit is lined or not. Just to hold in everything, make sure there's no jiggling and jangling, because that will take away from the beauty of your dress, no matter how thin or how big you are. The end. But it is fully lined. This right here was, again, just for modesty. I did not intend on doing that. On the model, though, of course, it's a drawn artist rendering, so it doesn't really show you that her bust is showing in there, but it definitely did. And the bra that I put on underneath of here was giving me the vibe. So I had to go in, and this is actually adhered by double-sided tape, so it's not even permanent in here. I have to go in and hand stitch it to the lining to make it permanent, because I literally did that last minute. I just folded over a piece of remnant fabric and I double-side taped that bad boy in there, and it gave me some modesty. But what I like about it is that it tied in this orange panel right here. Now, I actually had another pattern, another fabric set aside for this. I thought I was going to do a yellow satin, but I thought that the warmer tones would work better with this, because I did want to wear, initially I wanted to wear red lipstick. And then I thought to myself, no, because I did pink lipstick the day before. So why don't we just go dark and vampy with it? And it worked out perfectly. So I'm glad that I chose the orange tones to really bring out the orange in the dress instead of the yellow. Because the black dress with the hibiscus, the neon hibiscus, was bright. This one's a little bit more warm for me. The other one was cool. So I had a cool Friday, hot the Saturday, and a warm Sunday. So it worked out perfectly for me. I absolutely love it. The dress is fully lined with a blue fabric. So that's that. Unfortunately, I got a little chicken salad right here on this spot, so I'm going to have to wash the dress and get it out, because I thought a baby wipe would fix it. A baby wipe did not fix it. And of course, the favorite thing about this dress was the draped scarf on here. I felt so Zsa Zsa Gabor, Eva Gardner, Audrey Hepburn, Greta Garbo, Grace Kelly, Dorothy Dandridge. I felt so glamorous, especially the way that I did my hair. That hair, I don't know how I came up with that hairstyle. I had been researching hairstyles to go with my Hawaiian outfits, and Hawaiian hairstyle is either just big and beach wavy, or it's a long braid, which I could not do either of, because I never wear fake hair to the convention. Only one time have I ever did that, and it was because it wasn't my convention, and I wasn't doing nothing with my hair, and I wore a wig that I had made. But other than that, that was years ago when I did that. But anyway, I never wear fake hair to the convention. I always wear my own hair. There are covered buttons back here that are made out of the same lining fabric, with loops that are made out of the orange fabric. And I'll tell you guys, and be honest with you, this dress scared me at first. I knew that I've always wanted to do it. I've been having my eye on this pattern for many, many years, and it was always expensive on eBay and Etsy to try and find. I think I was able to get this for $15, and as soon as I saw it, I swooped it up. I didn't wait for a coupon or an offer to send them an offer and see if they would accept it. I just went ahead and bought it because it was in my size and the price was right. But I'm going to tell you that this dress scared me because it's straight, and the thing that scared me the most was this ruching right here. Now, this panel starts about here and it goes down. The ruching is in this area. You guys know me and ruching don't do very good. We don't get along. But I was able to work it out. I was able to work it out. I did have to grade the bottom half of the dress for a size 10. So this is not one size. Up here is a 16. And then at the waist, I graded it down to a size 10. I think that this was a 14, 16, 18 pattern. So I had to do work on this one. And I'm very pleased with the way that it came out because to me, it fit like a glove. Now, the biggest issue that I had with the dress, and this is my rookie mistake that I made, I thought that I could save some fabric because I think I bought 4 yards of this. And I thought to myself, I'll be able to save some so that I can make me a turban or I can make me a handbag with it for the future. So I actually pre-shortened the dress pattern. And what happened was I pre-shortened these side panels here. And I didn't realize that once I got rid of this center part here, it was longer than the rest of the dress. And I'm looking like, well, they made this pattern all wrong. No, I had actually cut the actual pattern like 4 inches short, which once I actually tried on the dress, I'm like, how can I see my feet? It should have gone all the way down to the floor like a gown, and it didn't because I messed up. I messed up, you guys. I pre-shortened everything except for this center panel because typically with gowns that go all the way to the floor, I'm too short. So in this case, I should have left the 4 inches on there and let it go all the way down to the floor. That's the first time that has ever happened. Ever. That's the first time I've ever shortened a dress and it was just too short on accident. So I'm kind of sad about it because I really did want it to go to the floor. However, with it being as short as it was, I was able to wear my orange sandals and I just super glued onto some Velcro the little yellow boas so that I can take those off and put them on any shoe that I wanted to. So even though that was a mistake that I really wish that I hadn't made, at least you were able to see my feather boa shoes. And I think that they went pretty cute with the outfit. I've always wanted feather boa shoes. I really want some mules. Like I don't wear black shoes, but I really want some black mules that you slide your foot in that just have the black feather boa on the top. They are expensive, but I am not without hope. Okay, I am not without hope. I will have me my black mule feather boa shoes someday. Someday. I will walk around here like Barbie someday. But this dress and the black one were definitely my favorites. Yes, I like the Friday dress too. If it had been longer, I probably would feel differently about it. But this one and the black one, they are right up my alley. They had so much of my own character in it. The Friday outfit didn't have enough of me in it. I think it was a little bit more plain, even though I did the printed fabric with the gradient fabric, but that it wasn't enough of me. This one had lots of more details to it. The other one had more details to it. And this one made me feel super, super glamorous. The other one made me feel fun and cute. This one made me feel beautiful. And I just did. And it's so funny because Asian sisters that I passed on Saturday and Sunday kept stopping me like, ooh, your dress is so cute. Oh, I love it. Not that I meant to do that accent, but that's what they sounded like. Sorry, that's what they sounded like. But they did. They kept stopping me and they would ask me, what congregation are you from? Are you from the Chinese congregation? Are you from the Japanese congregation? Where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from regular old Dayton English. So it was nice that my outfits were appreciated. And I really, really liked wearing them. I felt very comfortable in them because they were modest dresses. And this is the first time I've ever done florals for the whole entire weekend. So I'm proud of myself for trying something new because I really do not like florals. I really, really don't. But the busier the pattern, the more texture that it has, the more I am likely to adore the fabric. And each of the fabrics, though they all had hibiscus flowers on them, each of them were completely different. I was actually very excited to figure out what fabrics, as far as the linings and contrasting fabrics, that I was going to pair with the florals to make them really pop out. Like the pink and the mint, I was kind of like, what should I do with this dress? Because at first I thought I was going to do a hot pink cape, and then I thought, well, maybe I should just do a turquoise cape. And then I remembered that I had that chiffon from well, no, it wasn't from many years ago. It was actually Freddie McCall's dress that I had set aside. And I thought to myself, I haven't done that McCall's dress, and it's not pressing. It's one of those patterns that you just pick up because it's on sale. And I really didn't intend on doing it. So I felt like that ombre chiffon was perfect for it, because it did give it more texture. As far as the black one, I loved that green and hot pink together. It was so cute. And for this one, these warmer tones, this one is so neat. But you guys know I love going glam on Sunday anyway. I love going Hollywood, retro, MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, glam. So that is it for my 3-day convention. I do have 2 more videos coming for you. They have already been pre-recorded and edited. They have just been waiting for me to record this video. And the reason why it's taken me so long to get to this video is because I've been sewing. I've been busy, and the salon has been so busy. And I just got to sleep for the past 2 days. I swear, the past 6 weeks have been so busy. And now I'm able to just mellow out a little bit. Although I currently have another dress sitting on the sewing machine that is halfway done for this Sunday. But you guys won't see that for a couple weeks. I don't want to give you too much, and y'all be expecting too much from me and stuff. But thank you for tuning in for my vintage Hawai'i dresses for the convention. I still hope that you guys are going to tag me in your stuff on Instagram so that I can see what you made for your convention, whether it was one that you visited or was your actual assigned convention. Thank you for tuning in, because I know you guys wait for this week or this month every year to see what I made. I'm excited to see what I made. So, yeah. Thanks for checking me out, and surf's up.